Rapper, the Man Hour. You already know. It's live. It's raw. It's going down. Like this. I'm going around and letting everybody know that they welcome to the show. It's the latest thing you ever seen, you already know. Let me introduce you to your host of the hour. It be Mike and Mike. Yeah, it's the Man Hour. Got the hottest plays, all the breaking news. Every rumor, every trade, every breaking bruise. Tighten knuckle screws. Yeah, it's going down. Have you saying what the fuck and never watered down? It's going down. I'll be rolling up. And if you buy it or you sell it, then you made the cut. Watch me flip it back. I can double up. I got sriracha for that ass, I'ma burn it up. Gotta check the rules and know that it be fair and foul. Rep blow the whistle, coach throw the towel. We can do this on the field or outside the lines. It's the Man Hour though, now we going live.
And what is up, everybody? Michael Buckhouse here with live, raw, and uncut sports talk Man Hours After Dark with the men, the legends and himself, Brandon Coombs, and the one and only Mike LeBlanc. What's up, guys?
What is going on, man? Freaking, I am so disappointed in the NFL today.
Why?
Why are you muted? What are you doing, rookie?
Why did you mute me, Buck? That's fucked up.
I didn't mute you, man. You are.
Mike is talking.
Every time we bring you on, you are either muted or like in the other room or like, what is wrong?
Rookie, man.
Rookie. I make grand entrances. That's why.
He's like,
hey, how about you make a grand exit? Do us all a favor.
Hey, lick these nuts.
All right, guys. So this is the Man Hour After Dark. We are coming to you guys Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. East Coast time, 8 p.m. Central time, right here on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Mike and Mike Man Hour, which will be rebranded to Man Hour. If you guys are curious in getting a hoodie, a t-shirt, or a dad hat, head over to MikeMikeManHour.com, pick yourself some merchandise as well.
See, your shit is fucking up. You put iMerch in there, and guess what? It's just iMerch. You lied to us.
It will be there in a minute. I promise you guys. So as stuff is starting to roll through, guys, we are doing a poll over on the YouTube channel. Who is the mid-season NFL MVP? So if you guys want to, once that poll does pop up, go ahead and vote on that. So, Brandon, it is Tuesday, Election Day. Did you vote?
I did not.
You did not vote. Mike, did you vote?
You damn right. I voted early.
You voted early. Why is Texas losing?
I have no idea, and I'm pretty sad about that right now.
Yeah, so Texas is normally a red state, and right now they're blue. So I don't
know.
know.
Damn liberals in Austin.
It is liberals, but whatever. Nonetheless, guys, it is time to get into some NFL talk, and usually we will have Matt Benz on here because these are his NFL power rankings. But let's go ahead and break into it.
Before we get to that, Buck, we don't have Matt Benz on today for two reasons. One, he knew I was going to crush him again about his power rankings because he puts, like, I don't know what he puts in his Cheerios when he's doing these power rankings, but it's not good in either of the power rankings. And two, he's married now, so that means like all sorts of leashes and stuff that does not allow him to come on the shows after a certain time. So
he's married.
I said it. It had to be said, so I said it.
Shots fired already. So speaking of shots fired, coming in at number 10, he does have the Indianapolis Colts. They are 5-2 on the season, first place in the AFC South, coming off a win over the Detroit Lions, 41-21. A very, very good Detroit Lions team, I might add. Well, what are you guys' thoughts about Colts at number 10?
I don't have a problem with the Colts at 10. I mean, leading their division. What are they, 5-3?
They are 5-2.
5-2. I don't have a problem with the Colts there. So I'd have him above his number 19. I wouldn't have his number 19 in there at all, but we'll talk about that in a second. But I don't have a problem with the Colts being in there, not anymore. I did have a problem earlier in the season when he had them on there. Yeah. But, I mean, they deserve it right now. 5-2, leading their division. They could be a top 10 team.
Yeah, I think they're a top 10 team as well. I said it at the beginning of the season. I thought that Phillip Rivers was going to come in and kind of breathe some life into this team, and I think that's what he's doing. I don't think now that what I'm seeing on the field and everything from Phillip Rivers, I don't think he was the problem for the Chargers. I really don't.
No, see, he was still the problem for the Chargers, and he's still the reason why the Colts are still not my favorite to win that NFC South or AFC South. I mean, look, Phillip Rivers.
Who's your favorite to win the AFC South?
He's going to say the Titans. Like, let's be honest. He's going to say the Titans.
Yeah, Jared. He said a very good Lions team. Buck is all over the Lions balls for.
He's been on them all season long. He just doesn't want to give it up.
Yeah.
10-6. Face it.
They're not going to be 10. Jesus Christ! Don't they already have 6 losses? So what are they going to do? Run the table?
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not going to fucking run the table. What's wrong with you?
I mean, facts are facts. Look at their schedule.
Oh my God!
I think they're 3 and 4, but still.
Here we go.
You're out of your mind.
Here we go with the bullshit coming out of Buck's mouth. Hey, they fucking suck.
You know who doesn't suck is the Indianapolis Colts. They are a top 10 team. I would actually have them a little bit higher because I do think they are going to win that AFC South. I think the Tennessee Titans had a favorable schedule to first part of the season, and they are going to probably finish the season 8-8, 9-7, and the Colts are a 10-6 team right now. And I do like the acquisition of Phillip Rivers in the offseason. Yeah. However, I still think they are a quarterback away from getting to the Super Bowl. But Jacob Easton is on that roster learning behind Phillip Rivers how to be a professional. So next year, I would have the Colts as a sleeper team, but right now they're definitely a top 10 team in the NFL. And Jared says they're going to lose to the Vikes next week, and I doubt it.
I doubt that. I really fucking highly doubt that.
Yeah, you know who else didn't think they were going to lose to the Vikings? The team that they just beat this weekend. They didn't think they were going to lose to the Vikings either.
True. Every dog has his day, right?
Yeah, but the Lions aren't going to have very many days this year.
Yeah.
So, but no, I don't have a
way.
problem with the Titans with the I don't have a problem with the Colts in the top 10, but I mean, there's a team that's not in his top 10, and we'll get to that here coming up at number 9. So let's get to number 9.
So he does have number 9. He does have the New Orleans Saints. They did come off a win. Let me get the correct score here, so I don't embarrass
26-23.
So
26-23.
The Saints beat the Bears in overtime, 26-23, improving them 5-2 on the season. Second in the NFC South. Mike, what do you think about the Saints at number 9?
I don't like the Saints in the top 10. Last week I defended them when Benzie had them in the top 10. I think they're coming. Too many games are becoming way too close against. I mean,
below average competition.
Yes. I mean, I'm not going to say the Bears are below average.
They are right now. The way they're playing and the way they're play calling is they're below average. You go ahead and say it.
That defense is still, in my opinion, one of the best in the NFL. But the offense, I don't know what the fuck they're doing on offense. I really don't.
Neither do
they. And for the Saints to have to go into overtime to beat the Bears, nah, bro. Nah, you're not in the top 10, in my opinion. And the only reason why Ben put them in the top 10 is only because they won, and he had them in the top 10 last week.
Here's why they're not a top 10 team, okay? And Benzie has come at me about my Chicago Bears and how they're the worst 5-0, then they're the worst 5-1, then they're the worst 5-2, now they're the worst 5-3 team in the league. But if they're the worst 5-1, 5-2, 5-0, 5-3 team in the league, and the Saints struggled and had to take them to overtime, and you have them sitting at number 9 ahead of the Indianapolis Colts, who also beat the Bears, you have them sitting at number 9 ahead of the Buffalo Bills, who you don't even have in your top 10.
Yes,
you are out of your mind.
Out of your mind.
Now, I don't know what it is. You need to. You're drinking the same Kool-Aid that my boy Mike LeBlanc here is drinking when you're a Vikings fan, but you probably got Saints underwear on right now because I don't understand what the hell you're thinking. Just like LeBlanc likes the Cowboys and he sits there and he's got his Aaron Rodgers footy pajamas on every night. I don't understand what the hell you're doing with the Saints in your top 10. I just don't get it.
So let me defend Benz a little bit here. He is.
You can't.
It is very, very hard, but he is basing them off of potential. Michael Thomas hasn't played since week
No, we don't
one, right?
fucking, we don't.
So-
we
Power
don't
rankings
base
are not
power rankings on
potential. Power
potential.
rankings are what's going on right
Hey,
now.
you guys are attacking the wrong motherfucker. I'm
This
telling
is
you, I'm
bullshit.
trying to
You're
defend
defending
Benz a little bit because
Where's
he's not here.
Benzie? Where is Benzie? This is some bullshit.
So, but
And-
what I'm
and
saying
wait,
is,
hold
the
on. Did I
Saints
hear
did.
Combs correctly? Did I hear you say you looked at the top 10? I haven't looked at the top 10. I don't know what it is. Did you say the Bills aren't in the top 10, but the Saints are?
Yes.
This
He has no. He
The
does not have Bills in the top
hypocrisy.
10.
no. What? How are you gonna? No. I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. I'm done.
Okay, well, that was a great show. Now the two true analysts can take over here a little bit.
Fuck out of here.
And so let me address Jared's comment here. Drew throws the ball as far as my 7-year-old. Saints and Bills are fake 6-2 teams. Well, first things first. For the Bills not to be in the top 10, spoiler alert, that's kind of mind-boggling to me. I don't think the Saints are a fake 6-2 team. They just really haven't played anybody good yet. I mean, let's be honest. The Saints and Bucks have by far the easiest schedule of all the top 10 NFL teams, hands down.
And Jared
And-
Parrott, I
Go ahead.
get this argument all the time. People are like, the Bears are a bad 5-1 team. The Bears are a bad 5-2 team. The Saints are a fake 6-2. The Bills are. I'd rather be a fake 6-2 team than a 2-6 team. You can call me fake all you want, but I'm still 6-2. You call me fake if you want. If I'm still the number 1 seed at the end of the year, you can call me fake if you want. Like the Eagles a few years back when they won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. Call them fake too. They called them fake all the way through the playoffs, and they won the Super Bowl. So call them fake all you want. They're still 6-2. So stop with they're a fake 6-2. They're 6-2 because they beat the teams that are on their schedule.
So,
Plain and simple.
so I mean, like you cannot have the Saints and Bears both in the top 10 because I think they kind of cancel each other out. So you have to have the winner in the top 10 of that game, right? I mean,
No.
let's be flat and honest.
They can both be outside of the top 10. Why can't they?
Well, but I'm saying, but if you do have one of them in there, you have to cancel out the Bears because of the way they lost to the Saints.
No.
No.
Speaking
They
of
lost
the
in
Bears,
overtime. They lost in overtime to a field goal.
to a very good Saints team, right?
To a not. They're all right.
Okay, so let's say they're all right. You lost to overtime to an all right Saints team.
You're not better
the Bears.
than the Bills.
The Bears
Are
don't
you better
deserve
than
to be in the
Bills?
top
You
10.
have the Bills on the outside. Are the Saints right now better than the Buffalo Bills?
I would have the Bills inside. I would have them at number 10. I think maybe number 9.
So you
yes,
would take one of
I-
his teams out.
I
outside.
do-
Which one of his teams would you take outside? The Saints or
I
the
would.
Colts?
I would drop the Buccaneers.
You're
That's not. I'm a Tom Brady hater, but that's fucking stupid. How are you going to
Is
take
it?
the Bucs out? I mean, they're fucking rolling all over people. Now, mind you, they almost lost to the Giants last night. They were a pass interference away from losing. I
Which
get
we'll
that.
get into that
That
later.
was a-
Which they
that was-
should have lost.
you're a
The
prisoner of the
Giants-
moment, Buck.
The Giants.
NFL is.
That was a trap game for the Bucs. Let's be honest.
Yes.
But everybody else that they've come across, they have like kind of steamrolled. Yeah, I know, right? Cancel the show.
I mean, like
Fuck,
you guys can call it haterism all you want. The Buccaneers are the worst team in the top 10. Period.
Oh my!
They are by
God.
far the worst team in the top 10. They are going to go 10-6
What?
simply because their schedule
What did they
sucks.
do to the Packers?
Okay, like I said, every team forgets to show up one game. That was the Packers' one game. The Bucks did it last night versus the Giants. They forgot to show up,
But they still won.
but because the refs
And the
helped them
Packers
out. We were
forgot
going to get
to
into
show
that,
up
but the
and
refs
lost.
were like, "Here, guys, help."
No,
Ah.
no.
All
Yes, the Bucs forgot
Number
to
eight.
show up
Who's
last
number
night
eight?
against the Giants. They were a pass interference away from losing the game. But here's the thing: they still won the game, regardless. A W is a W, no matter how you get it. Right?
So-
The
so,
Bucs. The
hold
Bucs.
that
beat-
thought.
But wait, no. Green Bay forgot to show up against the Bucs and got their ass handed to them.
Did they though? They were
And then
kicking
you
that
say-
ass in the first
How
quarter,
can
first
you say
the
Buc-
first half.
The Bucks should have won that game. Okay, just like the Giants probably should have a better record, but the 20-yard line tackled Daniel Jones. Shit happens, Buck.
Well, speaking of shit happens, the Tennessee Titans are at number 8. They did lose to the Cincinnati Bengals last week. 2 losses in a row. Still in the top 10, though. It's up to the Titans up there, man.
Look, the Titans at number 8, I totally disagree with. I don't think they should be at number 8. I think they should be a lot lower. You lose to 2 weeks in a row, and then you just lost to the Bengals. Now, I will give the Bengals credit. I do think they are the best. What were they now? 2-5. I think they're the best 2-5 team in football. And if you want my honest opinion, and I don't care what anybody says, Joe Burrow should be Rookie of the Year. Look at his stats alone. He doesn't make stupid mistakes. He makes the throws you want, and he's got the stats and everything to back it up. If he's on this pace, he's going to throw for 4,500 yards this season and almost 36 touchdowns. So, on that pace, I think Joe Burrow should be Rookie of the Year. But is he going to get it? No, because he's on a shit team.
Look,
now,
I don't have a problem with the Titans at 8, and I get that they've lost 2 in a row, and I get that they've lost to the Bengals, and I get that. But like you just said, the Bengals are better than what their record is. The Bengals are a better team than what they've played this year. The Titans, look, I said this a couple of weeks ago, once you stop Derrick Henry and you start making, Ryan Tannehill beat you, this team isn't going to be a 13-3 or 12-4 team. This is going to be a 9-7, 10-6 type team.
That's a lot of wins. 8-8.
No, hold on, Buck, hold on, because I'm going to tell you something right now. That Tennessee defense was exposed in the run game.
Right,
exposed. Giovanni Bernard was amazing during that game. Yes, I know. Right. He only had 62 yards rushing, but he provided the blueprint on how to run against the Titans. Yes, he didn't have immaculate numbers, and I know people are out there like, what are you talking about?
Basic numbers lie.
62 yards. No, go back and watch how he played. Amazing. He showed the blueprint to run against that Tennessee defense.
The defense is weak. It's a lot like the Seahawks defense, okay? But they're going to score enough points to keep up with you. The thing about it is, if you really want to beat the Titans, man, you have to take the approach that you're taking with the Cowboys right now. Let King Henry eat, but make Ryan Tannehill beat you. Just like you're letting Zeke eat, and you're making their quarterback, whoever it is, DiNucci or whoever Captain COVID is now, whoever's coming in, they have to try and beat you. And Ryan Tannehill, and look, he's better than he was in Miami. He's still not capable of beating you. Ryan Tannehill is that guy who will make that crucial mistake when you need him to.
Every time.
Every time.
And speaking of,
hang on. Time out.
I just want to go over some stats real quick for Joe Burrow, who, might I added at the beginning of the season, I told you he was going to be this good.
Oh, you just wanted to say I told you so.
26 to 37, 249 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Man.
So, Brandon, you said the Tennessee Titans were going to go 10-6, right? And you
9-7, 10-6, somewhere in there.
Okay, so you just agreed that everything that Mike said that their running defense was exposed, and people have seen the blueprint now of how to beat them. You still think they're going to get 10 wins after you agreed to everything what Mike just said, and they're still going to get 10 wins? Like you are.
Because if you look at their schedule, it's favorable for them to get 10 wins.
Right? It is favorable.
Say that now they fucking lost to the Bengals.
Right, but we just got done saying the Bengals are the best 2-6 team out there.
I don't.
They're going to beat the Bears this weekend. They're going to beat the Bears.
I don't think the Titans beat the Bears this weekend. I really don't. I don't. I
hope you're right, and I hope I'm wrong because for obvious reasons. But
they're going to look at these past 2 weeks. They're going to look at the game film for these.
But the Bears can't run the ball to save their lives, so the Titans are going to beat them. The Colts game is going to be a good one. They're going to lose to the Ravens probably. They're going to split with the Colts.
It's just like you said. You make Tannehill beat you.
Guys,
right.
You said the Tennessee Titans schedule is favorable. Let's look at their next 5. Bears, Colts, Ravens, Colts, Browns. They could go 1-4 right there.
They could.
The only win coming versus the Browns.
They're
They
gonna
could
go.
easily
They're gonna
go
go
0-5.
2-2 in that stretch. They're gonna go 2-2 in that stretch.
Beating who?
And if
The
you add the
Bears?
Browns in there, they'll go 3-2. They're gonna lose to the Bears, or they're gonna beat the Bears. They'll split with the Colts. They'll lose to the Ravens, and they'll beat the Browns.
So you have them going 3-2. That puts them at 8-4. And then you got
Disrespect
the
for
Jaguars,
Browns.
Lions, Packers, Texans.
Yeah, and they'll win 3 of those 4.
See, I could see them easily dropping 4 straight games in a row here. The
Ugh.
Colts and Titans always play each other really, really well. The Colts 9 times out of 10 come out on top. I do not discredit your Bears. I do that to my Chiefs all the time. The Bears are
The
better
Bears
than they are.
can't run the ball.
The Bears also should have never went away from Mitchell Trubisky. He is 3-0 as a starter. As Nick Foles is 2-3. But hey, what do we know, right?
I can't
digress.
do it with this guy LeBlanc. I can't.
So
I mean, I told you.
There's just so much like bullshit that just rolls out of his mouth. I just kind of let him just go on his own little rant.
speaking of bullshit that's getting ready to come out of my mouth, Jared comes out and says, "Let's not change the subject. I need more reasons to why the Bucs are outside the top 10. I'm going to tell you more reasons why after we say number 7 is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if you guys would head over to the YouTube page, we got the voting happening of the mid-season MVP. We will announce the mid-season Man Hour After Dark MVP at the end of the show. So Bucs at number 7, guys. I can tell you I don't like them there, but what do you guys think?
I like them there. I like them a little bit higher than that. I think the Bucs are a very good team. Yes, they had a hiccup against the Giants this week, but if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but they have a big game coming up against the Saints next week, if I'm correct. And so
Which they've already lost to the Saints.
right. So I think it was just a classic case of them, looking ahead of their opponent, but they still found a way to win the game. I think they were overlooking the Giants. They were looking ahead to the Saints, which is a big game for them. And they've got 2 divisional games coming up, and then they've got a really tough schedule ahead of them. They got the Rams and the Chiefs after that. So, look, I think they had a hiccup, but I think that they come out. I think they beat the Saints. I think they beat the Panthers. I think they beat the Rams, and then I think they head into the Chiefs at what is that? That's 9-2. So I think the Bucs are a very good team. I think that they are going to finish the season probably 12-4. They're going to win the South, and I still have them. They were my Super Bowl pick at the beginning of the season, and I still favor them in the NFC. They are that good. That defense is really good. Tom Brady is really good. They've got a lot of weapons. They are a very good team.
You're making it really hard to fucking debate you because I agree with everything you said.
I mean, I like the Bucs at number 7. I've watched Tom Brady play this season, and he is not that nickel and dime quarterback everybody claims he is.
LeBlanc, just repeat after me. And I tried getting my girlfriend to do this too, but she never does it. Brandon, you're right. It's okay. You can admit it.
I can't. Tom Brady, the way he is playing right now, he really looks like he has another 2 or 3 years, good years left in him.
All right.
What is he, like
Cut the
41,
bullshit.
42?
Are you guys done? Boosting up
Here we
his
go.
ego like a little bit.
Here we go.
Here are some real facts.
What ego
Answer
do we
me
have
this.
to boost up? He's the greatest of all time. How much more?
Third.
Whoa,
Third,
whoa,
at best.
whoa.
He is not even the best in the
Not
NFL
the
right now.
greatest of all time.
He is
So,
the greatest
true
of all
or
time.
false? Tom Brady is over 40 years of age.
True.
True or false? He is now playing in a warm weather climate.
True.
True or false? The Bucs have had an easy ass schedule so far.
False.
False. Huh. Broncos, Chargers, Bears, Raiders, Giants.
They lost
Okay.
to the Bears. They lost to the Saints. The Chargers are better than people say they are.
So
Not
are the
then.
Raiders.
Not then. But nonetheless,
So
guys,
are the Raiders.
Tom Brady is 43 years old playing in a warm weather stadium. Do you know why he's playing in warm weather? It's because those old bones can't take the cold anymore. That's why he had to move down south. He flew down south for the winter.
You know
Wait,
why
who
people hate
cares?
on Tom Brady, Buck? Do you want to know why you and other people hate on Tom Brady?
Tell me why. Tell me what is in my mind right now. Go ahead.
Every year, he wins every year. He's got a ton of money. He's got a mansion, and he's got a supermodel for a wife. No
Right.
guy deserves to ever be that fucking happy, so people hate him.
So he was only that good because of Bill Belichick. I've told you this in past
Oh my
shows.
God.
This is kind of fucking false now. Look at the Patriots
What are the
and what they're
Patriots'
doing.
record?
Because the Patriots have no salary cap room to bring
Who
anybody
did they
in.
lose? Who did
They didn't
lose
have
this
any
season?
salary cap when they had Tom Brady. What the fuck are
Who
you
did-
talking
They
who
about?
lost
they
Gronk.
lose?
They lost Brady. They lost a few pieces of that defense.
No,
But-
who did they lose on offense? Tell me who they lost on offense.
I don't like the Patriots. I don't
Tom
know who
Brady.
they
You
lost.
know
on
what?
That they
offense.
Tom
lost
Brady
on
was there.
offense.
While
Tom
Tom Brady
Brady
was
is what
there,
they
Bill Belichick was an amazing coach because he brought in talent that nobody wanted. He brought in people that were no names and made them who they were. I'm sorry. I can't hate on the man anymore. Tom Brady went somewhere else, and Tom Brady is fucking successful.
The reason
And
why
Bill Belichick is fucking. Don't get me wrong.
And
I
all
still
they
agree
lost
that Bill
on that
Belichick is
offense
one of
from
the
a 12 and
greatest
4
coaches
team.
of all time. But what the fuck is happening with the Patriots?
Right.
what is
all
happening
they
with
lost
the
on that offense, all they switched out was the quarterback.
That's it. That's
and some
really it.
receivers and stuff like that? But we'll get into
No,
that
they
later.
had
later.
good
Receivers.
receivers.
Which ones?
I don't name. The
They've
only one they
still
have
got
left
Edelman. They've
is
still
freaking
got
Edelman.
Keel. They've still got Hair. They've still got the same wide receiving core. They've still got the same offensive line.
Are you
They've
ready
still
to let
got
me
the
talk?
same weapons except for Tom Brady.
Do you know why they are down this year? It's because Bill
Because
Belichick
they don't
bought
They
it.
Tom
don't have
Brady.
Tom Brady.
No, because Bill Belichick bought into Tom Brady saying that he was going to finish his career there. And then they had to trade away pieces to keep Tom Brady, a.k.a. Jimmy Garoppolo. If Jimmy G was still in New England, they would be in Super Bowl talk year after year still.
If Jimmy G was still in New England, he'd still be on the IR.
No, he wouldn't, because he would be healthy and be playing out of his freaking
Really?
mind.
Really?
Yeah, really. So let me get back to you why the Bucks are not a top 10 team. Because for one, they haven't played anybody good. The only good team they have played is the Packers.
And
the
they
Packers
beat.
shit the bed that game. If you take out the second half, Bucks would have lost that game, right? Moving forward, they got the Saints, Panthers, Rams, Chiefs, Vikings. They could easily go 1-3 right there.
Oh,
losing
you're
to the
out of
Saints,
your
Panthers, and
freaking
Chiefs.
mind.
No.
You're out of your mind.
How?
You're not better
Once
than
you
the Panthers.
once
You're
you
not better
add
than the Panthers.
yes, have you seen the Panthers play? And they get Christian McCaffrey back. The Panthers are going to probably beat the Bucks.
No.
The Bucks are traveling to Carolina. They're going to beat the Bucks. Actually, I'm picking it right now. November 15th, when the Bucks play the Panthers at 1 p.m. on Fox, East Coast time, the Carolina wins 24-17
Did
over
you
the
have
Bucks.
brunch with Benz?
I
I
did.
think he did. I think he did.
You must
I
have.
think they were eating
You're out
out
of
of
your
each
damn
other's
mind.
assholes. Come on, man. Are you
What you
serious?
guys don't understand is once you add Antonio Brown into this mix, already fractured wide receiver core because Tom Brady isn't getting the ball the way they're used to.
No, I think
Antonio Brown is
I'm
going to
telling you,
demand 12
I've already
passes a
told
game.
you. I've already told you. Antonio Brown has been out of football so long. I think his ego has come down and it's humbled this man. He wants to get back into football.
See, I would
He's
agree with
losing
you.
money. I mean, what? Look, I'm a CEO. Once you start fucking losing money, you start rethinking some shit. You're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I might.
were right.
I might be like fucking. I might have been too much of a fucking asshole. Now I'm fucking losing money. Hey, let me calm my shit down real quick because this is my money we're talking about, and I don't give a shit what kind of business you're in. Football, baseball. Fucking own a vape shop, own a digital marketing agency, own a construction company. It don't fucking matter. When you own that shit and that's your money and that's what's giving you the life you want, you start losing that, you start rethinking some shit.
So
Just like Dez Bryant
I
did.
see what you're saying, but he was also a very hot commodity during the last few weeks. There was what? Packers wanted him, Seahawks wanted him, Bucks wanted him. Did the Ravens fall in there too? He was very sought after, and that boosts your ego. And now he is going to demand the ball 12 plus times a game.
Nope.
That is going to fracture the Bucks.
Nope.
I-
I think he went to Tampa Bay for a reason. He went to Tampa Bay because he was with Tom. And I think Tom told him, hey, look here, bitch. You come to this team. This is my team. This is how we're going to do it.
This is my team, and I'm going to force you the ball 12 times like I did.
How many
in
times
New-
did you
in New
force the
England.
ball to Mike Evans?
Not very often.
Thank you. He's not
Because
going to force the ball
because
to
he is unselfish. Mike Evans is unselfish. Antonio Brown is selfish. He is going to demand the ball. He's going to fracture the Bucks, and the Bucks might lose the next 3 games in a row.
I cannot wait to prove you fucking. I can't wait. In 3 weeks from now, I'm going to look back at this, and I'm going to be like, Buck, I told you, you were fucking retarded. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I've never in my life ever been so happy that I place a TV behind my camera so I can watch the Bad News Bears while I tune you out, Buck, because you are out of your freaking mind.
Well, out of his freaking mind. Number 6, he does have the Arizona Cardinals. Is Ben's out of his mind for having Cardinals at 6?
No, the Cardinals are very good.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He is not out of his mind for having the Cardinals at number 6. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why right now. Kyler freaking Murray. You know, when he came into this league, he was so small. I didn't think he stood a chance. I really didn't. I was like, man, how the hell is he going to see over the line? Everything is going to be so much faster. It's going to be in his face. He's playing with the big boys now, and not just the big boys at Oklahoma. You know, you're playing with like 6'5", 6'6" linemen. How the hell are you going to see over there and make those passes?
Yeah.
He proved me wrong.
I'm with you, man. Look, I even said before this season, I said I'm not a big Kyler Murray fan. I don't even care if they got DeAndre Hopkins. I don't see who's going to throw him the ball. And look, Kyler Murray has way, way, way more Russell Wilson in him than I thought. And Kyler Murray is going to be a good quarterback for a long time. And he may finally get the Cardinals the Super Bowl at some point.
I don't think it's going to be this year.
No.
Next year or the year after that.
Soon.
Yeah, it's going to be in the next 3 years.
Yeah. They're really a running game away. I mean, they don't have a very good run game. They get a good running back in there, man. It's going to be tough to stop that team.
I don't know. I like Drake. I like Cameron Drake.
Yeah.
So let me flash back here a couple years, guys, when Lamar Jackson first came into the league after 7 games into the season. He blew the league out of the water, right? You know, like I think he won 8 games in a row, losing in January because that's what Lamar Jackson does. And then like the next year, he had another great year. But then this year, he has taken a step back. Why? Because there's tape on him. People know how to defend him, know how to stop him. Kyler Murray had that season last year. They didn't have any tape on him.
Same thing that people said about Russell Wilson.
But we've seen it with Lamar Jackson. Russell Wilson is a rare talent.
And
so is Kyler Murray.
He is a rare talent for 1 year.
No. I don't agree with you that because look, I wanted to be with you, Buck. I really did because I was not a big Kyler Murray fan. Kyler Murray's made to believe. I've watched some Arizona Cardinal games this year, and I'm watching this kid play. Even in the game against the Seahawks a couple weeks ago, they're good, man. They are good. And Kyler Murray
see how he drove them
good.
down the field to go into overtime?
I did see that, and that was a great drive.
And it wasn't the whole Cardinals. I'll give it to Larry Fitzgerald for the heads up play for going over there and grabbing the ball and then sprinting it back. But dude, he commanded that team driving down the field.
But let me ask you this question: If
you're in that kind of pressure situation as a young quarterback like that, and you command that team the way he did, like that was it for me. That's what turned me into a believer that game when he commanded that shit and then drove right down the fucking field. And you could see it in his eyes. No pressure, didn't bother him. This is what I'm going to do. Boom. And he went out and every single play, driving down that field, he executed.
So the problem that I have is that I think Larry Fitzgerald is commanding the leadership on the field. Because if you want to flash back to that game, if Larry Fitzgerald does not catch that ball there and sprint it back to the middle of the field, the Cardinals lose that game.
Larry Fitzgerald didn't catch that ball.
But
it was a different receiver. He went and grabbed it out of his hands. That's just a heads-up play by your receiver.
But I'm telling you, if Larry Fitzgerald isn't on that team, they lose that game.
You want Kyler Murray to go run and grab the ball?
There are no ifs in the NFL. In the NFL, you beat who's in front of your team. Whether you beat them by 1 or you beat them by 24, A win is a win in the NFL. They don't come easy, and you have to get them when you can get them. You've got
I agree.
16 games to win as many as you can. Winning ugly does not matter. I don't care if you win ugly 12 times, go 12-4, win ugly 4 more times, and win a trophy.
So
It don't matter.
That's what the Eagles did.
Yeah.
So I agree with you guys. I am 100% board on the Cardinals. They are a very, very good team. But do you see them making any noise in the postseason?
Yes.
Yes, don't be surprised if they're in the NFC Championship.
Okay. So speaking of NFC Championship, they kind of fallen off a little bit here, but the Green Bay Packers do come in at number 5, fresh off a loss versus the Minnesota Vikings, 28-22. What are you guys' thoughts?
I still like the Packers at number 5. Look, it doesn't matter when you're playing inside your division. It doesn't matter what division you are. When you're playing inside your division, it doesn't matter if the team you're playing against is 0-12.
Especially the NFC North.
Yes, like that. It doesn't matter. They know how to play you. They play you twice a year, every year. They know what you're coming. They know what you're bringing, and they play you harder because it's in your division.
It's the only division. The NFC North is the only division when I'm going through the picks preseason. I never pick any team to sweep a series against any other team. I pick each team to win 1-1. That's just it's what it is. You don't see sweeps in this division, and when you do, it's a rarity. It could be the 0-15 Vikings versus the 15-0 Packers, and the 15-0 Packers are going to lose to the Vikings week 16. It's just how it happens in the NFC North. They call it the black and blue division for a reason. The Packers at number 5 does not bother me. The Packers are still a second best, maybe third best team in the NFC. It's Seahawks, Bucks, and Packers, and then everybody else. Is the way I see it in the NFC.
I've got Seahawks, Packers, and Bucks and Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, you could line them up however you want. Any given Sunday, any one of those teams can beat the other one.
You are 100% like the Packers. They are who they are. Like we said it all year. Aaron Rodgers is playing with a chip on his shoulder, and he has a lot to prove. The one thing that is proven to me is that the ownership almost doesn't want to win up there because they didn't make any trade deadline moves. They had a chance to get Will Fuller. They had a chance to get Antonio Brown. They didn't make any moves, and that's concerning to me. A little bit.
I hear what you're saying that it's kind of concerning, but is it?
And his 4-1 makes perfect sense too. I have no problem with the rest of his top 5 at all.
I mean, is them not going after these wide receivers? Is it like
stupid?
To us, yes, to us fans, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You got no wide receiver help. But me as a GM, as a front office, like, why do I need to fuck up the chemistry? Why do I need to fuck up the chemistry?
But you're not fucking up the chemistry if you bring in. I mean, you could have gone and done anything. Go do what the Patriots did and pick up that kid from Miami. Go do something. It doesn't have to be a big splash. It doesn't have to be a big name. I'm not saying go get Allen Robinson. I'm not saying go try and get what's his name? Cole from Jacksonville. A small splash. Something to help out. Something to give you something other than Devontae Adams to throw the ball to.
Well, Funges is coming coming back from IR this week, I do believe. But number 4, what's that?
Who?
Funches? No, he opted out for COVID.
Yeah.
He was on IR.
He opted out for COVID, bud.
Then whom I think is coming back from IR?
I don't know, but he opted out.
I don't think it matters. They didn't have enough talent surrounded, and that was a knock on why they went and drafted Love.
Right.
They didn't go and do enough to help out what they already had.
So speaking of not having enough, the Baltimore Ravens do come in at number 4, but I don't know if they really have enough to do a lot after this week. To be honest, what do you guys think about the Ravens?
I don't like them at number 4. I really don't. I feel like their play has like kind of gone down a little bit, especially on offense. Their defense is still firing on all cylinders. Yeah, but their offense, to me, their play is starting to go down. I think
I would have swapped them with the Cardinals.
Yeah, I would have swapped. Yeah, I would have liked. Yeah, that offense just kind of seems like it's sputtering a little bit, and I don't know if they make it to the playoffs going down the stretch because of the offensive play.
Yeah.
So look at their next 4 games moving forward. They're at the Colts, at the Patriots, at the Titans, and at the Steelers. So 3 games on the road, and then they do play the Titans again at home. This next month of games is really going to basically make who they are, because
rattle off those teams again. But
they're at the Colts, at the Patriots,
Win.
and then they play the Titans, and they're at the Steelers.
3 out of 4.
Yeah,
I can see
but I'm
them
saying,
going too.
but I'm saying, like, this is a season-defining stretch right here for the
For sure.
Ravens,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So if
But
they,
they're not for real. They're not a. And it's a shame. I had them in the Super Bowl this year.
I did
but
too.
if I had to do that pick again right now, I wouldn't pick them.
well,
they're
first things
not a
first is
real contender
every
in
time
the
you have
AFC.
Lamar Jackson playing in January, he's going to lose. So
Yeah, they're not a real contender in the AFC. To be honest with you, I would right now. I'd have the Bills in the AFC title game before I have the Baltimore Ravens.
So, like, looking at their schedule moving forward, they could still go 12-4. I mean, after those 4 games here, they don't have a lot of hard games. They play the Cowboys, Browns, Jaguars, Giants, and Bengals. Like after that, so they could very easily go 12-4 still. I do have them losing to the Titans and the Steelers moving forward in back-to-back weeks, but I mean, I'm okay with them in the top 5 right now because the way they lost to the Steelers, they didn't just roll over and take it up the butt like they could have. They fought a little bit, just a little bit though. But number 3, Seahawks.
Yeah, no problem there at all.
No problem. I mean, I'm waiting to see what the top 2 are. I think I have a good idea. It's going to be
Chiefs, Steelers.
Chiefs and Steelers. I like the Seahawks. I don't like the Steelers at number 3. I like them higher, to be honest with you. I think they're the best team in the NFC. Russell Wilson is playing out of his fucking mind this season.
But they're not better than the Chiefs, and they're not better than the Steelers.
I don't know, man.
They're not better than the Cardinals right now in a head-to-head game.
Yeah.
If Matt Benz would really take games into aspect here, you almost have to have the Cardinals above the Seahawks.
He says the way Ben says he does his, which is what drives me nuts, is that he says he's like, if you put this team and this team together, who wins? And it was the same argument that I said it makes no sense to me because you had at one point he had the Bucks ahead of the Bears, and the Bears were coming off a victory over the Bucks.
Right.
So he says that's what he does, but I don't believe him. But I have no problem with the Seahawks. I would have the Cardinals at 4, the Seahawks at 3 still. I get that the Cardinals beat them already, but I think that, again, divisional game.
Yeah.
On
the road.
Yeah. So I could see, I could certainly see the Seahawks beating them in the next one. I could also see the Cardinals beating them. It wouldn't surprise me if the Cardinals do beat them again. And then I would have them ranked ahead of but it's one of those where it's almost like, to me right now, the Cardinals are coming out of the losers bracket of a double elimination tournament where you have to beat the winners bracket twice to win.
Yeah.
That's basically what they have to do with the Seahawks to move ahead of them. Got to beat them twice.
Agreed.
So number 2, he does have the Kansas City Chiefs. Any complaints there?
No.
Other than, I'd like to see them switched. I'd like to see the Seahawks at number 2, Chiefs at number 3.
Even though you're wrong, I mean, you can say what you want.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's arguable.
Says the Chiefs fan.
It's debatable. It is very much debatable.
How is it debatable if the Cardinals are better than the Seahawks? The Cardinals are not better than the Chiefs. I'm just saying what it is, man.
Calm down with all that. Calm down.
And then at number 1, he does have the Pittsburgh Steelers, arguably
best team in football.
I mean, that's the best team in football. I mean, they are firing on all cylinders. They're firing on all 3 phases of the game.
And I heard you talking with Tip earlier today, man. And I just disagree with Tip. Tip says, Roethlisberger is old. He's not the same Roethlisberger. Well,
he is old.
They're 7-0.
Right.
Bullshit.
He's been fine. He's like, Roethlisberger can't leave the pocket. He hasn't left the pocket for 7 games. They're undefeated. They got the best offense in football.
He hasn't left the pocket in 13 years.
They are the best team in football.
Yeah, Steelers are the best team in football. Me as a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I got my Super Bowl hat floating around here somewhere. If the Steelers were to play the Chiefs, I would be taking off that Super Bowl hat and be like, man, I'm nervous. Let's be honest.
Should be. I mean, any team that goes up against the Steelers should be nervous. Let's be honest. I mean, Big Ben,
I think taking last year off really helped Big Ben because now Ben Roethlisberger looks like Ben Roethlisberger of old. Yeah, he may not leave the pocket, but fuck his offensive line. He doesn't need to leave the pocket. Who gives a shit?
I think the Steelers have a real chance at running the table.
Going undefeated?
They've got the Cowboys, the
Yeah.
Bengals,
Yeah.
the Jaguars. They
Yeah.
still have the Ravens in one. But other than that, then they've got Washington, Buffalo, the Bengals, the Colts, and the Browns.
So let me tell you this.
Definitely.
As I think they probably could, but they won't, because after the Washington game, they are probably going to have the number 1 seed locked up in that first round bye. There's no reason for them to play the last 3 weeks whatsoever. Maybe play Ben Roethlisberger like the first half.
I don't like my football teams to do that. You don't take weeks off.
I don't either. But if you have no point to play, why risk somebody like Big Ben getting hurt?
Because you still play the game. You still have why? What's the sense of saying, oh well, we've got it wrapped up with 3 weeks to go. Let's let everything that we've worked for, as good as we are right now, let's sit it on the bench and give it time to get cold. That's absolutely. If you want to sit them at halftime of week 17, by all means. But you play week 15, you play week 16, you start week 17, and if you want to sit them at halftime and say we don't care about going undefeated, then you sit them. But you absolutely do not stop playing week 15.
I see what you're saying, but they also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 division games left. I don't think they're going to go 5 or 6-0.
I don't think so either. They'll probably drop. They might drop it to the Ravens. They might even drop it to the Browns. I mean, let's be real, or even the Bengals. The Bengals have shown that they can come up and surprise you.
Right.
So, they'll probably drop 1 game or 2, but you still play at least until halftime of week 17. If you start sitting people week 15 because you've got the division and the 1 seed wrapped up, I'm telling you right now, I would pick against them in the division
all day.
round of the
And I
playoffs.
pick against them in the first. Well, they won't be playing in the first round, but the second round,
That's a month off.
I'm picking against them.
You're going to have
Right.
week 15, week 16, week 17, and plus the first round bye off. No.
That's exactly what the
Absolutely
Ravens
not.
did last year, and they shit the bed against the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
So, guys, let's go ahead and move past the power rankings here. We touched like a little bit on the Bucks versus Giants, so we can talk.
Always touch a little bit on everybody.
We can talk about that later, but let's talk about the quarterback situation in Dallas. Andy Dalton now has COVID, and DiNucci did not play very well versus the Eagles. And rumors are coming out that Cooper Rush and DiNucci are battling for the starting position next week versus the Steelers.
Garrett Gilbert,
my bad.
and Cooper Rush are battling for the starting position. The Cowboy season is a fucking wash. It really is. Like, I mean, I hate to say it because I do not still to this day, I still don't think that Dak
LeBlanc, it's all
Prescott
right.
is.
Just go get that Rodgers jersey. Put it on. I mean, you're not a real Cowboys fan anyway.
Yes, I am. You better
No,
watch
you're
your mouth.
not.
You better watch
No,
your
you're
mouth.
not. You're a Cowboys / Packers fan. You're one of those fans who doesn't stand by their team. You've got a secondary team.
No.
You're a closet
Calm down.
Packers fan.
Hey.
You like the Packers. You like Aaron
Every
Rodgers.
Sunday,
you like
son.
to ride the pony.
Every Sunday, I am right there on my couch watching my fucking poor ass Cowboys.
If the Cowboys are
lose the
playing at the
game,
same
get
time as the Packers
pissed off.
this weekend, who you watching?
I'm watching my Cowboys.
I don't believe you.
I promise.
I don't believe.
I'm
Why'd
watching
you
my
take the
Cowboys.
jersey off before the show started? I mean, you came out in the show wearing that Aaron Rodgers
Well,
jersey.
I just wanted
I
to
mean-
piss. I just wanted to piss you off because you're a Bears
No,
fan.
but see, that
And you
doesn't,
know
that
that the
doesn't make me
Packers are
mad.
a
You can be a
better team in
Packers
that
fan if you
division.
want to. I mean, I already know all about you. So
I am a proud closet Packers fan.
see,
I've
but
liked them
like I
since
said,
ever
you're not a
since-
real Cowboys fan. So
No,
it's
here
okay
we
that the
go.
Cowboys season is over. You've
I
got
know
the
it is.
Packers now.
It's
Just
over.
lean on your Packers. Just
I
ride
will.
them. Just ride them until they get you there. That's all you got to do.
Hey. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
It is. I'd like the Packers.
And look, if the
Packers.
if the Packers end up losing, man, don't be afraid to go get yourself a Cardinals or a Seahawks jersey.
No, never that. No,
Why
no,
not?
never that.
Hey, man, you just take the hot hand,
Mm.
take whoever's good, and just ride
No,
with them.
sir.
That's what you do.
No, that
That's
is
what you.
not
Let me
what I.
guess, you like you a Yankees fan too, aren't you?
I fucking love the Yankees.
See? Oh my God!
I told you he is a stereotypical Cowboys fan. He's a
Hey.
Dallas Cowboys fan and New York Yankees fan.
Hey, hold on.
Rest in peace to my grandfather. Ever since I was 4 years old, basically ever since I can fucking remember, I sat on the couch when I went to my papa's house, and we watched the Yankees play. So yeah, I am a Yankees
I
fan
can
because of my
respect
papa.
that part because that's the reason why I'm a Cubs fan. But at least I'm from Chicago. But you know, now let me ask you,
Because that makes difference.
when the Yankees lose, do you
So
throw
mad.
on like a Red Sox jersey or
No,
a
that's
Giants
blasphemous.
jersey?
What are you fucking talking about?
Or do you throw on?
Don't
So
ever
is a
let me hear.
Cowboys and a Packers fan.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I got the Saquon Barkley jersey here. You want me to send that to you?
Ew, fucking yeah. Send it to me so I can burn it.
Shit. So let's talk a little bit more NFL. The midseason is upon us, guys. Who is the MVP midway through the NFL season?
Nobody
the
you
votes
have
are
on your
in,
list.
and Patrick Mahomes
Well,
comes
the
in with
people are
50%.
stupid.
Yeah,
People
only
aren't watching
because
football.
fucking Buck voted for Patrick Mahomes like 50 times.
I voted
Yeah.
for it once.
No.
And this guy
it-
says
it's-
Trump
it's either gotta
2020.
be-
There's
it's
no
either gotta
way.
be. It's got to be Roethlisberger or Russell Wilson.
Thank you, LeBlanc. There's no way it's not Roethlisberger. They're
Yeah, it's
7-0. They're
And he's playing
7-0.
fucking lights out ball right now, man. It's got to be
Yeah.
either Russell Wilson.
What
It's got
were
to be
they
Russell
without
Wilson
him
or
last year?
Roethlisberger.
What were they without him last year?
They were 8-8.
They were
And
8.
what are they right now?
7-0 now with him.
Okay.
He's the most valuable player, and he's proven it. Without
So-
him, they're 8-8. With him, they're 7-0. He's the most valuable to his team.
Everybody's just on Patty Mahomes nuts because he won the Super Bowl last year. Look, you put let's put stats or record stats.
Wait, no.
What they
Let's
mean.
do stats. Let's do stats.
Oh, here we go.
Patrick Mahomes, 2,315 yards passing. What does Ben Roethlisberger have? 1,628. Stats right there for you.
What are the Chiefs? What's the record?
They are 6-1.
And what were they last year?
7-1.
With Patty Mahomes.
What were they last year?
Come on,
13-3?
Chiefs fan. Come on, Chiefs fan.
No, they were 12-4 last year.
All right, and won the Super Bowl. Right.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
What were the Steelers last year?
8-8.
And what
With
are they
a
this year?
four-string quarterback in. That's no
What-
longer
what-
on the
okay,
roster.
I don't give a fuck about that. What are they
Okay.
this year?
7-0.
What does most valuable player mean?
Most valuable
Most
player
valuable
means
to your team.
the big, yeah.
So what is Ben Roethlisberger to the Steelers?
Let me tell you this. Last year,
What
when
is,
Patrick Mahomes-
no, stop.
Dance
Answer my
around it all
question.
you want, Buck.
who is
What
who
is-
is
Roethlisberger.
who is more valuable? Look at this. The Steelers went 8-8 last year without Ben Roethlisberger in, right? The Chiefs went 0-3 last year without Patrick Mahomes in. Who is really more valuable? 0-3, 8-8. 0-3, 8-8. What is better?
Hey, when
Eight-
you're done with that Super Bowl hat, just send it to LeBlanc because he needs another team to root for.
Fuck you.
Because Patrick Mahomes is the most valuable player on the team. You can put Patrick Mahomes on any team in the NFL, and he improves that team 100%. You cannot put Big
Oh,
Ben
yeah.
on any other team in the NFL, and they do not improve.
What?
Bullshit.
If,
Bullshit.
if you put Ben Roethlisberger on the Chicago Bears right now, they're 7-0 too.
Okay, put him on the Jets. Do they improve?
No,
Yeah.
because nobody makes the Jets better.
Patrick Mahomes does. Russell
he does
Wilson
not.
does.
Let me ask you a question.
he does
Okay,
not.
What are the Cowboys right now? What are the Cowboys?
What are they? 2-5?
2-5. Put Roethlisberger on the Cowboys. What are they?
Probably
2-5.
3-4.
Nah, he's got too many weapons around him.
Hey,
Okay.
what
Put
they are?
Patrick
what
Mahomes
they are
on
with
the
Ben
Cowboys.
Roethlisberger is not having you wear a Packers jersey. That's what they are.
Shut the fuck
You're not even a Cowboys fan. Just stop.
Jeez.
Trump 2020.
As Shadow Gamer comes on, this is Election Day, Trump 2020, as Shadow Gamer says. What's up, Shadow Gamer? Thanks for tuning in, guys. But, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. tomorrow should be
No, wait,
interesting.
we still got to talk about trades. They didn't even do shit. What are you talking about?
That's why we don't have nothing to talk about. What trades?
Yeah. Why
Okay.
couldn't they-
The Patriots got some wide receiver from Miami. There's
The
there's
point-
trade talk.
The
When-
point
when
is,
is-
it's
when
Mike and
is
Mike
it-
man hour. We're at
when
the
is it
hour
paid?
limit, guys.
It's not Mike and Mike.
It's 54 minutes. Calm down. What are
It's
you
not Mike
doing?
and Mike man hour. It's man hour after dark.
Oh,
There's no Mike and Mike here.
It's
yeah,
Mike and
well,
Mike
It's Mike and Mike.
with the third wheel, Brandon.
Now it's
So-
the fucking Combs man hour.
Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about trades. So so usually in the major league, like there are some big blockbuster trades, right?
Even in the NFL towards this time, there's always big blockbuster trades, but we saw
No.
none this year.
Not really. Like
No.
the
Come on.
They
if
don't
you really
make
look-
big trades in the NFL.
Yeah, like why do you guys think that is? Like why do you think the NFL doesn't make so like why didn't the Cowboys make a play for Stephon
Because right
Gilmore?
now, even your 4-4 teams right now have a shot at their division.
Right.
So
I
you're
get
not selling right now. And the other thing is that in baseball, you've got your teams that are out of it that are moving payroll, salary cap, that
Right.
type of stuff. You don't worry about that in the NFL, for one. For two, if you're a team that's winning, you're not really ready to give up the draft capital because you're a team that's winning. So ride what you've got because you're winning. And if you're losing, I mean, you've really got no leg to stand on. The NFL is a different. It's kind of hockey's the same way. There's no moves in the NHL at the trade deadline either. There's little moves here and there, but nothing really big or blockbuster. Or
Let me
or-
tell you
I
why.
really thought I thought the Cowboys were going to go out and make a splash. I thought they were going to go out and get somebody on the offensive line.
Why would you
I
do
mean,
that?
Why
would
not?
you try to get better?
Because somebody's going to
Because
win
the
this division. It's going to be
NFC
the
is still up
Cowboys.
for grabs.
Yeah, but you're 2 games back of the Eagles right now.
Yeah, but they could easily rattle off 3 or 4 wins
No,
in a
they
row here and
can't.
be
They
in first
can't
place.
easily do that. Not this unless they went and get a quarterback. But which quarterback are you getting?
Cooper Rush
You're getting a
is
quarterback
a good
that's sitting
quarterback.
on the bench right now?
Cooper Rush is a good quarterback.
And he knows the system. He's been with them for a while.
Yeah.
So
I think if Cooper Rush gets that starting job, they will not beat the Steelers. I don't think even with Dak Prescott that the Cowboys
nobody's
beat the Steelers.
beating the Steelers.
But they had the Vikings, Washington, Ravens, Bengals, 49ers up next. They could win 4 of the next 6
They're
easily.
losing to Washington.
No, they're not.
Yep.
Not
What?
without Alex Smith starting.
Alex Smith won't start. It'll be Allen.
Exactly.
Didn't they
That's
already
why they'll
lose to
lose.
the Redskins?
We just lost to the Redskins with Allen.
They also had Andy Dalton in there as quarterback that had COVID.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
now
me
they've
and you
got.
both thought that Andy Dalton was going to come in and fucking do great.
Yeah.
And
You always
he
got
couldn't.
something to say about, but they got this, but they got that, but you don't look at the facts. The facts is they suck.
The facts
The
are is
fact
that
is
they're
that
down to their
Cooper Rush
4-string offensive line.
Whoever you can get Cooper Rush, you can get freaking Rush Limbaugh, you can get whatever Rush you want in there at quarterback for them, and they're not going to do well. The Cowboys are going to be a 4-12 team this year. It's what it is,
They're going to get
and that's
6
that's
more
why
wins.
LeBlanc is wearing his Aaron Rodgers undies right now.
BC, this is why you suck at this show, because the Cowboys want to get 6 more wins. They're going to finish the season 8-8.
No.
They're going to beat the
This is why
Giants,
I suck
Eagles,
at this show.
49ers,
No,
Bengals,
This is
Washington,
why you needed me
Vikings.
on this show, so me and LeBlanc could actually talk some sense to the people.
If you guys
The
would,
shit that comes out of your mouth is awful.
do you watch football? Like, do you
Do
really
you believe the
watch
stuff
the
that you
game?
talk about?
Do you watch
Do you
the
believe
football
the stuff
game?
you talk about?
Do you
Do you not see that
understand?
defense? It's fucking atrocious.
Do you?
They've been-
I don't care about the defense. We're in an offensive league. If you're not putting up 28 points a game, we're
Okay.
losing games.
You got to score
Okay,
points
and
on
what are
offense.
the
The
Cowboys
Cowboys
doing
aren't
right
doing
now?
either.
So you understand that the Cowboys are down to the 4-string lineman, right? Andy Dalton is not a mobile quarterback whatsoever.
Okay.
Cooper
so they're
Rush
down
is
to
going
the
to roll the
fourth-string lineman.
pocket.
What is that going to do for a rookie who's never played?
Cooper Rush is in his 4th or 5th year out of Central Michigan. He has been in the
Fourth or
Cowboys
fifth
system.
year, and how many games has he played in the NFL? How
He's
many
been a
games has he
backup to
started?
Dak Prescott.
How many games has he started?
He started 0.
Was
No,
he their
started 1 or
backup
2.
this year? Was he
He
their
was
backup this year?
he was on the Giants team.
Was he the third string quarterback this year?
No, it was
Yes.
Andy
No.
Dalton and Danucci.
No. Exactly. So that's my point, man.
So what your
He
point
couldn't
is
crack
you are
Danucci.
bringing a quarterback
He
that is
couldn't crack
mobile.
Danucci.
Okay.
He wasn't better than Danucci.
Yeah,
And
he
you're
was
gonna
better
come
than
in here and
Danucci.
win
He was
6
just on
more
the
games?
Giants. He got traded
What are you
to the
talking
Giants.
about?
What are you talking about? The Cowboys are down to the 4th-string offensive lineman. They need a quarterback that can roll the pocket.
What are you talking about?
Cooper Rush
Looney
can roll
and
the
Frederick
pocket.
have come back. What are you talking about?
What?
Looney, not Frederick, but Looney has come back.
Okay, so
And then-
they're down to one. So they have one starting offensive lineman in there.
And Zach Martin has come back.
Okay,
That's
so
two
they're
starting
so
offensive
what
linemen.
you're
Look at
saying
things
is they're
from a
getting healthy and they're
logical
going to get
point of
better.
view.
They
Look at
logical
things from a
came back last
logical point of
week.
view.
They came back this past weekend, and we scored 3 fucking points.
They have it takes time to get you back in the game.
Oh,
game-
yeah,
game
here
shape.
we go with more excuses.
It is not excuses. The facts
Buck.
are that it takes time to get a lineman
That's
back into
not
the
the
game shape.
facts, Buck. The
Oh,
facts are the Cowboys suck.
The
Yep.
facts are, look at Van Der Esch 2 games ago when he came back. He was not making plays that he normally makes. Last week he was just a step
I'm
away
with
from
the
making that
tweet
play.
that was sent out during the game. They need to get that 90s Cowboys team, all the guys that are still healthy, and come back and play for this team. And
Yeah.
that way, maybe they'll win 3 more games as opposed
Yeah,
to 2.
bring in Irvin.
You guys are
and
wrong.
bring in the
Mike, you
triplet.
as a Cowboys fan need to understand they're going to win 6 more games.
No.
8-8 season,
No.
4th seed. Actually, they even might be 3rd seed in the NFC.
Oh, my fuck.
You,
All
you
right,
guys,
listen,
you guys really
let's-
understand.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the After Dark Man Hour. Buck is full of shit. We will see you guys later. Cheers, fuckers.
It's going down. Like this. I'm going around and letting everybody know that they welcome to the show. It's the latest.